Steve Jobs once said that people don't know what they want until you show it to them. And with incredible, almost spooky consistency, Jobs has produced new products that consumers discovered they really, really wanted. Well, now, just hours ago, Steve Jobs has resigned as chief executive of Apple, the company he built, just a month after Apple announced astronomical third-quarter profits of more than $7 billion. Here's ABC's Neil Karlinsky.
It was the resignation heard around the world. That's because Steve Jobs isn't just a CEO. He's been called one of the great visionaries of our time, a man on par with Thomas Edison for a new generation.
The news was pretty shocking. I didn't expect that this was going to come today. I mean, we know that Steve Jobs has been sick for the last several months and been on leave, but it came out of nowhere.
In a letter to Apple's board of directors, Jobs writes, "I have always said if there ever came a day when I could no longer meet my duties and expectations as Apple's CEO, I would be the first to let you know. Unfortunately, that day has come." If you have a cell phone, if you listen to music, if you use a computer at all, Steve Jobs has made a difference. But in the midst of all that, Jobs has quietly been in the fight of his life for years. He beat a rare form of pancreatic cancer in 2004, but came back to work to bring Apple to new heights.
Everybody you talk to at Apple is going to tell you Steve Jobs is one guy, and one of his greatest skills is a talent scout. He's assembled the greatest team in the world, blah, blah, blah. But the truth is that Steve Jobs is a notorious micromanager. He is an overbearing boss with a reputation like nobody you've ever heard of in your life. And he is part of the reason that Apple is he is most of the reason that Apple is what it is today.
The reclusive billionaire always let his products do the talking. His signature black shirt, Levi's, and New Balance tennis shoes were generally only on display once or twice a year as Jobs took the stage to announce the company's newest product.
And we are calling it iPhone.
A little over a decade later, he returned with a vengeance. Just look at Apple's stock, from $5.48 a share on his 1997 return to $378 today. Enormous wealth built off a string of successes that have changed the world we live in.